You know, he talked about this on camera. The biggest show he's ever been paid for, Saudi Arabia. Was this the most money you ever made off a single show? Aries would always, I have text messages from him. Yo, bro, he did his first Europe tour recently. He's like, yo, I'm in Europe and people are running up to me, mobbing me, quoting me from our interview.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this forever.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy from the zoo. It's Aaron Unfiltered. You're in the building. You're welcome.
Thanks, Daddy.
It looked like Vlad got a lot to say. Vlad outside, and he's willing to squabble up with anybody right now. Any and everybody can get it. To me, this is checkmate. Ultimately.
Vlad TV just went off on Aries Spears, declared war on Aries Spears, and exposed Aries Spears' disgusting behavior, and made it perfectly clear that Aries Spears is no longer welcome on Vlad TV. And here's how everything started.
What the is going on here?
This beef with Aries Spears and Vlad started when Aries Spears very stupidly did a podcast where he's airing out private conversations between him and Vlad, making the same mistake that Boosie made. So,
see, that's what we don't do as men. We don't go out our way to actually air out conversations that we had behind closed doors to anybody that wasn't even involved in the conversation in the first place. That's where we mess up at.
No, Sherlock.
Aries Spears is very well aware that Vlad kind of turned on Boosie when Boosie went public and revealed that, you know, that him and Vlad is not working anymore due to money issues. And Aries Spears turned around and does the exact same thing to Vlad.
Vlad didn't really out anybody. Vlad is setting the record straight. It looked like Aries Spears is trying to do right now. He's trying to run interference.
And Vlad didn't like this at all.
People have said, yo, the most popular guest that Vlad has on, Lord Jamar, Tony Yayo, Godfrey, Boozy, and Aries. I'm the only one left. Godfrey stopped because of the beef with Farrakhan, as did Lord Jamar. Tony Yayo just doesn't do it anymore. And Boozy wanted a raise. Come to find out, Boozy wanted $35,000 an episode. Wow. He was getting $25,000.
Wow.
So I don't get nowhere near that. And, you know,
you don't get nowhere near that because you're not Boosie. You don't get nowhere near that because you're not Tekashi 6ix9ine. You don't get nowhere near that because you're not a movie star with a big name behind you or a big presence behind you. It's no knock to you as an individual, but
it's based on the numbers, because a lot of Boozy's clips are in the millions. Now again, I've had a few clips in the millions, but a lot of my stuff, the full interview, probably ranges around 300,000 to 500,000. So I basically said to Vlad, I go, hey, listen, man, I'm not trying to rape you financially. I know I'm not going to ask you for what you gave Boozy. But, you know, come on, man. I mean,
break bread.
Break bread. And he goes, well, your numbers don't generate what Boozy generate. And so I showed him a bunch of, you know, people that quotes and on YouTube and like that and on my phone. And one person said, hey, man, I only buy Vlad subscriptions when I know he's interviewing you. Once the interview's over, I cancel the subscription. Another guy said, hey, man, Aries is a beast. Pay him what you pay in the mother. And blah, blah. So there's a bunch of these.
This is the type of situation that we'll get ourselves into when we allow people to put batteries in our backs. Let's keep moving forward.
So he goes, so you want me to pay you more based off what people are saying? And I said, listen, man, again, I'm just saying, be fair. People are saying to you, they're buying subscriptions. People are saying to you, they only watch when I'm on. And of all the guys you had that were popular, I'm the last one standing.
Aries and his co-host will then continue to talk about how they're about to hold Vlad hostage for more money because they believe Vlad has no other options since everybody, including Boosie, has left Vlad.
Are you?
Now, if you're gonna talk about holding somebody hostage for more money and how you believe based on your leverage, you can squeeze them for more money, you probably don't want to say this publicly. Like, you probably just want to think this in your head and still maintain some level of friendship. But Aries Spears went the full way, even kind of throwing some digs at Vlad.
You said, you're the last one there. So he's not going to generate numbers. And if you go, where are those numbers going to come from?
I can tell you where those numbers are going to come from. They're going to come from other celebrities, other movie stars, other upcoming artists, 1099 Jake, Whack 100. I can keep going.
That's it.
The list keeps getting bigger and bigger when it comes to people that got bigger names than Aries Spears do.
Now he's going to have to do episodes with people who are doing much less.
That's
Well,
a lot.
here's the funny part. So, of course, he, was being really like, blah, 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 blah. And I said, he kept going, he kept driving that point home. You just gonna you want me to give you a raise based off what people are saying? I said, listen, man, you don't have to keep telling me about what my worth is. You either want to do it or you don't. So then he texted me back a couple hours later and said, we should talk. I re-looked at the numbers and we should talk. So come on, man. What are we doing here?
Aries Spears told the story essentially how it happened, but he left out a huge chunk. And the huge chunk he left out is what Vlad believes is the disrespect. And that's what led to Vlad essentially saying Aries Spears is banned from his platform.
Nigga, you dumb as hell.
And Aries Spears is no longer welcome on Vlad TV. So Vlad starts off by essentially exposing Aries Spears for A, being super rude to his employees, and then B, being a diva, right? Showing up and asking for things that other people won't necessarily ask for, especially male talent.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
The Aries Spears, we started doing interviews around 2016. And I thought Aries was extremely funny. He was witty. He had great impressions. And I just thought he was a talented dude. So we started doing interviews. And in the beginning, it was a little bit slow. And over time, it started to work out. The views went up, people got to know us, and the audience started to increase. Now, the thing about Aries, though, is that Aries would always have issues with things that are going on. So at one point—
Business-wise or just culturally?
Business-wise.
Okay.
Business-wise. So a few years ago, Aries called me, and he was like, yo, man, I can't get any acting gigs because of these clips of me talking about people. Now, it's my fault he can't get acting gigs. It's not.
Well, I got something to say about that right there. Sometimes we got to humble ourselves when we're put in a position where we could be able to excel as an individual in our careers. You can't blame another man for your demise. Either way you put it, you got to take accountability, start switching up some stuff.
Not because maybe he's not a great actor, or maybe he hasn't done a major movie in 30 years since Jerry Maguire. It's my fault that he's not getting acting gigs. So I said, I'm not removing anything. He wanted all the clips removed. I said, I'm not going to remove anything.
What year was this?
Oh man, maybe about 4 years ago or so.
That's a high demand. You can't force that man to remove anything off of his channel. You were the one that went on there willingly.
Something like that. And at one point, he stopped talking to me, stopped working. Then at one point he came back and we started doing more work together. My staff would always complain that Aries was disrespectful to them.
Really?
He would show up. At one point, he forgot his towel, right? You see his towel on his leg sometimes because he sweats a lot because he's kind of overweight. And he forgot his towel, and he's like, yo, I need a towel. And Leo, my video manager, is like, well, here's some paper towels. Like, no, I need a cloth towel. So he made Leo go and run to the store and bring him back a cloth towel. At one point, Aries was complaining because he needed a makeup artist. I mean, literally the only person I've ever interviewed that needs a makeup artist every interview. Every interview.
Going with the wind, fabulous. Okay.
But I'm like, that's cool.
Wait, he needs a makeup artist every interview?
Every interview.
Oh.
Every interview. So
Hold on, wait. How you go grown-ass man, but you need makeup? You say the movie scene.
makeup artist, shout out to my girl Candace, who comes early to do his makeup, and then he does the show. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll cover the cost. It is what it is.
There's a couple of things working against Aries Spears here.
Hold up, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Vlad is covering the cost for you to turn around and have makeup done? You trying to literally lean on Vlad to get more money up out of him? Bro, you tripping, my dude.
First off, you're rude to the staff. They don't really enjoy working with you, but you're Vlad's choice. It's Vlad's business. They got to tolerate you. And then secondly, if you're not bringing in the amount of views that Boosie is bringing in, or TK Kirkland is bringing in, or other people are bringing in, yet you come with an added expense, then your request for a raise gets a little bit more difficult, right? Like if I'm paying you an upfront fee and then I'm flying in or hiring a makeup artist to come and do your makeup just for you, and you're asking for other accommodations, like then it's like, bruh, like you've then become high maintenance.
He's basically saying is you become a liability.
Whoa, 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 whoa. If y'all made it this far, you might as well go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe. 98% of y'all are watching anyway, and y'all not even subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe. It don't cost you a thing. It's for free, all right? I'ma holler at y'all later. Hey, roll the clip.
And if your views don't really dictate you becoming high maintenance, but I'm still bringing you in and paying you because you're the homie and, you know, I'm breaking even after all the expenses, then you asking for a raise is like, come on. But apparently Vlad was willing to listen to Aries Spears asking for a raise. Like Vlad was willing to listen and work. But Aries Spears and his behavior and his attitude ruined it all. Vlad really took what Aries Spears did personally because from Vlad's perspective, when Aries Spears was being canceled for the Tiffany Haddish skit involving Aries Spears playing a child predator.
That's another thing too. Just maybe that was what tanked your career. Either roles could make or break your career. You knew the options that you had, but you still went along with it. So you gotta be accountable.
And those skits went viral, and there was like you know, him in his skit with the child in the underwear, him doing like weird stuff. Yo, Aries Spears got canceled. Nobody would touch Aries Spears. Nobody would work with Aries Spears. Aries Spears was performing in hole-in-the-wall comedy clubs with 50 people. Like Aries Spears went to ground zero. And Vlad believes that his interviews with Aries Spears was really crucial to Aries Spears' come up and resurgence.
It resurrected your career, Aries. You gotta think about that.
And Aries Spears will tell Vlad this. So Vlad believes that because he's responsible for your resurgence, you at least owe him like a different level of respect or more respect than you exhibited, you know, like as of lately, right? Or more respect than to talk about.
Because Vlad thought he was a friend. Vlad gave him that much respect. Vlad thought that he would get the same thing back from him. See, you could take the person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person.
By holding him hostage because you believe he has no other option left. Now, Vlad will say that he was paying Aries Spears $4,000 and that Aries Spears, as we just saw in his clip, Vlad felt like Aries Spears got a spirit of jealousy. And when he contacted him to talk about the Boosie situation, Aries Spears just contacted him on some negative energy.
Out of everyone that I've ever had on my show, like in terms of regular guests, I have seen Aries benefit the most.
Oh my God!
Because he went in the beginning from doing small comedy clubs to when our stuff started going viral and it started getting, you know, big on TikTok and so forth, things just absolutely took off for him. He got his, you know, he talked about this on camera, the biggest show he's ever been paid for, Saudi Arabia. Was this the most money you ever made off a single show?
Yes.
Wow.
You see, this is the reason why certain particular people of other ethnic groups don't want to do business with black people. And I don't want to make it about race or anything like that. This is why we as a people got to be careful of who we do business with. Because sometimes when we feel as if we're actually helping out people that we feel as if we're cool with, we thought we were cool with, those be the very same people that literally back doors or stab us in the back.
Yeah.
Was it more than twice you've ever made for a single show?
We're going to stop at the first question.
He did his biggest venue ever. He was doing clubs of maybe like whatever, 100, 200 people. He did a show in Connecticut with 3,000 people. He did a show in LA at the Novo Theater that I went to support. That was like 1,400 people. Aries would always, I have text messages from him. Yo, bro, he did his first Europe tour recently. He's like, yo, I'm in Europe and people are running up to me, mobbing me, quoting me from our interviews.
So why would you do that to Vlad then? If you're admitting all of these opportunities that you're getting, why would you do this to Vlad? The same person that's literally putting you in a good position so therefore you can actually excel when it comes to your career. That's what you would do to Vlad? That's messed up. With friends like that, who needs enemies?
I think like a month and a half ago, he asked to raise his appearance fee again. I looked at the numbers and I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's do it. The numbers are slowly getting better. And I'm like, yo, let's do it.
Hold up, so you already got a raise a month ago, and then you're now coming back to say you want another raise because you heard what Boosie was getting. Like I said in the last video, you was actually out there pocket watching. That's crazy. So you jealous because of what Boosie was getting. You just played yourself, God.
Makes perfect sense. And he would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters out there who, you know, talk doing this show, I get 5 digits every time I do an interview here. I get 5 digits while y'all sit at home and do nothing.
Shoot.
I get 5 digits.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
Yeah.
So if my choice is either stay home on a Tuesday and do nothing and earn nothing, or go sit down for an hour and a half and walk away with 5 figures where I could not make anything, what am I gonna do?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna make the money and I get to check them.
And I let him run with the story, but that was a lie.
Oh, man.
And why would you sit there and say that you get paid to do an interview and then check the person that's paying you and you're on that person's platform? I swear we got to do better as a people.
He was not getting 5 digits.
You know, it's typical hip hop. You know, you got to say you got a color TV when everyone got black and white,
Exactly, exactly. He was making $4,000 an episode.
Okay.
Right, 4,000.
Still pretty good.
When y'all on your own platforms, y'all love to cosplay as a Hebrew Israelite, as a Black Panther, as a militant, strong black man. But behind the scenes, y'all get the bootlicking. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, thank you, Massa. Oh, Massa, you give me good opportunities, ma.
I don't know, Flacco. I think you kind of reaching right there. Vlad didn't say anything about him bootlicking or anything like that. I think that's kind of a reach. That's kind of a reach right there. What Vlad was just talking about was Aries admitting behind closed doors that due to the fact of Vlad interviewing him, opportunities have been coming his way. Let's go.
I was in Europe. Come on, bruh. Vlad ain't wrong.
No, he's not.
Yo, how you blaming Vlad for telling people, hey, man, Aries Spears went up and succeeded for being on my platform when you behind the scenes, oh, sir, I thanks you, sir.
He didn't do that. That's no different, Flacco, than when you went on Adam 22, No Jumper, helped to accelerate what you had going on as far as YouTube is concerned. Would that be considered as the same thing? Because you went through your ups and downs there.
Cause you helps out me, sir. Nah, man. He has every right. Now, he also allows you to cap. He also allows you to go on different platforms to tell people you getting paid 5 figures. 5 figures is 10K or more. And you got other people like TK Kirkland and others who probably ain't getting paid 10K, who get more views than you.
Yeah, that is true. Just maybe, Flacco. I don't know. What y'all tell me what y'all think and put it in the comment section. Do you think that Vlad allowed him to do that, and then behind closed doors when it comes to the bigger artists, where he just showed them like, hey, look, I'm allowing him to lie. This is how much he really gets paid. Don't listen to none of that.
Huh? Really? So, right? Like, so you asked for a raise a month and a half ago. He gave you the raise. And then he gave you the raise you asked for a month and a half ago. Your numbers were the same it is now a month and a half ago. And you was perfectly fine with the $4,000. Then as soon as Boosie says he getting paid $25,000, you come out and ask for another raise based on what Boosie is being paid a month later? You couldn't possibly think that was gonna end well for you. If there's one person on earth, one group of people on earth you cannot under no circumstances extort, you know who that group is, and Vlad belongs to that group.
Facts.
So you was already putting yourself on a dummy mission.
So the $25,000 thing comes out. I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting $25,000. We need to renegotiate.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched.
I don't give a
And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure. Have a conversation based on YouTube comments.
Didn't Cat Williams say the same thing when it came to Monique and Monique's situation, as far as when she was trying to compare herself to Amy Schumer, Dave Chappelle, and how Netflix wasn't offering her the same type of money? And what did Cat Williams say? Yo, these people have been doing shows and getting their names out there and building a platform for themselves so they can be offered that type of money. Instead of complaining about it, get out there, start doing some stand-up comedies, get your name back out there. No one has seen you for 20 years. Get your name back relevant in the algorithm. And then maybe Netflix will hit you with a $60 million, $50 million check to do a stand-up special for Netflix. You gotta hustle, man. You gotta hustle.
Cool, convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me.
Are you dumb?
And you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow.
Never put a man's back up against the wall. Because when he come out swinging, you can't be surprised at it.
Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I said, all right, I come home. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home.
Wait a minute. So Vlad broke out the receipts. That's what Vlad did. Aries came out here doing this. Vlad said, you know what? Let's do this. Vlad brought the receipts. I'm not mad at him. He ain't come out here to play with y'all. He ain't come, nah. He ain't come out here to play with y'all. Let's get to it.
Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock, bet.
Wow, now, as a businessman, knowing that it's Vlad's platform, it's Vlad's money, it's Vlad's resources, Vlad could have just said, yo, I'm free at this time as a businessman. He gave Aries that much more respect for saying, okay, what's a good time for you?
I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are gonna have a business conversation at 5 o'clock.
This is where Aries burnt the bridge at, and I'll be real. If you hear this, you can't blame Vlad. If you hear what Aries Spears did, nobody can blame Vlad for saying, all right, bro, F you, I'm done, I'm moving on. Right? Because like now you're playing games, right? Like now you're being like a prima donna. You hit me up for a raise a month after I already gave you a raise because of something you've seen online.
This is why you can't help certain people. Certain people are just not meant to get to the promised land. You can't take them to the promised land with you. Certain people are just meant to be left behind. Let's move forward.
If I'm real, if I'm Vlad, I'm stopping that conversation right there.
Facts.
I just gave you a raise a month ago, bro. You've only did one interview after your initial raise. You did one interview so far. Not happening, bro. Let's revisit this in 6 months. But Vlad says, you know what, man? Let's have a conversation. Aries Spears essentially spat in Vlad's face. What he did is the equivalent to spitting in Vlad's face. And Vlad was still willing to make it work until the disrespect just got too flagrant.
5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Hold up. So you stood Vlad up when it came to the appointment? 9 minutes after 5, Vlad had to hit you up, you ready. The 20th of April at 1:20 p.m., Vlad said you still want to do the call. This dude said, yeah, at some point. Yeah, nah, my brother, you was feeling yourself. Yeah, you was trying to exploit Vlad because you thought Vlad was in a vulnerable position where you could take disadvantage of. Let's go.
I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this forever. Gary Spears. Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with.
Facts.
You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful,
Facts.
They can have regular business conversations with you.
Facts.
And not people like this who...
They burn their bridge, bite the hand that feed them, envious, and have sense of entitlement.
Are just jealous-ass pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's two types of jealous pocket watchers out there. There's the broke ones, right? And we've been there before. Yeah. But then you got motherfuckers like Ari Spears, who's doing better than he ever has, who's making more money than he's ever made in his whole career. And he's still jealous over Boosie. He's jealous of another man because he's making more money on a platform than him.
But get your name up, get your money up, not your funny up. That's all I can say about that. You can't get mad at Boosie. Boosie did whatever Boosie had to do to be in Boosie's position. 50 did what 50 had to do to be in his position. You don't see Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder getting mad, being jealous. It is what it is. Either you work your way up to get where you need to be at, or you don't. And you sit from the sidelines and just watch. It's okay to be a spectator. Everybody can't have a major position in a movie. It's okay.
I mean, even though he's making way more money ever. And it clouds his judgment so bad that he wants to crash out. And he doesn't even want to have a conversation. He thinks that these stupid comments justify his position. So I said, yo, I'm done. Fuck him. He's not welcome to the platform anymore. I don't give a
No more makeup?
Yeah, no more makeup. I'm sorry, Candace. I'm sorry.
Yo, whoever threw that in there, boy, I'm telling you, he ain't playing. He went. Yo, he wild for that. No more makeup. No more makeup.
Sorry.
I don't know about y'all, bruh. That's called fumbling the bag, man.
Facts.
Anybody justifying this, you're also a dummy. First off, bruh, you getting paid $4,000 per interview.
Yeah, 4,000.
Right, one interview a month, that's $4,000 a month. Easy money. Plus, yo, you're being given a promotional tool and a vehicle you can't pay for. Yo, these clip pages, these streamers, these comedians, they're paying these clippers 6 figures a month for clippers to do to them what Vlad TV was doing to Ari Spears for damn near free. No, Vlad was paying Ari Spears to do it for him. So these clippers are being paid 6 figures to spread these clips out and get them views. Ari Spears come on Vlad, and now there's like thousands of people who are taking the clips and reposting it. How many of those people are taking Ari Spears comedy clips and reposting it? Not many, if any. But they're taking the Vlad clips and reposting them because Ari Spears is on Vlad, plus the views on Vlad. So Ari Spears had an inbuilt promotional tool that most people would do for free. Do you understand? Most people would want to come on Vlad to speak so that they can get that promotion, especially as a comedian who got to sell tickets, who got to sell out dates.
Facts.
What better tool than coming on Vlad and saying, hey, I'm going to be here, here, and here this month.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go no further in the video and stuff like that because, you know what I'm saying, we're about to wrap it up. But what I have to say about this situation right here is Vlad didn't come out here to play with nobody. Vlad came out here to set the record straight and let it be known, like, yo, I'm nothing to play with. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know 98% of y'all that's watching right now, y'all ain't even subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe. It don't cost you nothing. I'm here to stay. All right? And while you doing that, go ahead and check out another video. I'm out. Peace.